This week we're with Brett Isacksen, who leads the Junior High Learning Lab at ASU Prep. Mr. Isacksen, you joined us actually late this year because we had so much growth in 7th and 8th grade. You started about a month into the school year. How has that worked out for you?
Late August. It's worked out pretty well. It was interesting coming in here. My background's in adult education, so I've worked for Rio Salado College in a partnership with Catholic Charities. So coming in here to junior high, this is my first year of teaching junior high, so it's been quite fascinating.
Good. And a lot of people aren't familiar that we have learning labs at ASU Prep. It's something we started this year that really is directed towards our individualized learning. Could you talk about some of the things that you try to focus on in the junior high learning lab?
Yeah, junior learning lab can be any number of things. It's really what we're trying to do is develop software for each individual student that can track how well they're doing in math, how well they're doing in language arts, science, whatever they really need to work on. It's kind of a class where you can touch base with each kid, how well they're doing in their classes, as well as how well they're doing in life, what's going on. A lot of times we talk about the world, we talk about science, we talk about math, and it just continually grows. It can be any number of things.
And so what have your impressions been, this being your first year at ASU Prep, of ASU Prep in general? What were your impressions of the school so far?
I think it's great. I think it's a really positive environment. Everyone kind of has the same frame of mind, and I think it's growing, and I definitely think it's going in the right direction.
So what drove you to want to become a teacher? I know you're from the Phoenix area. You went to Brophy High School, is that right?
Yep, that is true.
So what led you into education?
Really, I have no idea because I've always been based in community work. I've done crisis response before for the fire department, adult education. One of the more interesting jobs I've had is I used to work in the Bolivian prison system down in Bolivia.
That's pretty interesting.
For a year, and that brought me back here, and I got into education. I think education is like the best insight you can have to a community. Kind of brings it on all levels.
How did you end up working in a Bolivian jail?
I met a guy that worked for an NGO down there, and he's like, hey, we need people to go into these prisons. And being someone that's kind of fascinated by that, which this prison system down there is very different than here. It's almost like a small town. Only the prisoners can't leave, but the wives and children can actually go into the prison and bring food. So it was just its small little economy based on being in prison and being poor, actually.
Wow, and so you did that for a year?
Yeah, for 1 year.
Nice. You're also coaching our baseball team at ASU Prep, and you also coach the girls' junior high basketball team. How's the baseball season going so far?
It's going great. It's new here, so a lot of the players have never played before. But to be honest with you, it's the highlight of my day. Every day, going out there and just teaching the kids how to play the game. My goal was never to win every single game this year. It was just to kind of start a program, and I've seen tremendous growth because it's such a situational game. And I've really seen the kids; they finally are starting to get it, showing up to practice, working hard, and they understand what to do in all different kinds of situations. So that's been a really positive thing for me this year.
Very nice. I always like to ask our teachers, what are some of the things that you like to do when you're not at ASU Prep? When you're not being a worker in the Bolivian jails, what are some of the things that you do in your free time?
What do I do? I do anything and everything. Basically, what isn't there to do? I love being outside. I read. Lately, my routine is I go home, mute the Diamondbacks game, and read. I hike Squaw Peak almost 5 times a week, but I'm open to do anything. Just I like being outdoors.
Good. Well, we're so glad that you joined us, even though it was a month into the school year. The kids love you, and you're doing a great job, so thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much.